Before we begin, pause for a moment. Type in the comments where in the world you're watching from and what time is it for you right now. Because tonight we are traveling far beyond your city, your country, your continent. We are traveling to the moon. The year is 2075. Humanity has always looked at the moon with wonder. A silent companion, our ancient witness, the first step into the cosmos. For centuries, it hung above us, unreachable, yet pulling tides, inspiring poetry, guiding wanderers. But now, it is more than a symbol. It is home. You are part of the first permanent lunar colony. Not a research outpost, not a temporary base, but a settlement. A place where families live, where children are born, where humanity has decided to plant roots on alien soil. The moon is not forgiving. There is no air to breathe, no water to drink, no shelter to protect you from the lethal embrace of radiation and cold. But ingenuity has carved survival from impossibility. Domes rise from the regolith, glowing softly under eternal starlight. Habitats snake through volcanic tunnels where lava once flowed, now repurposed as sanctuaries against the void. You belong to this fragile experiment, an entire city built on dust, steel, and hope. And here, every detail matters. The hiss of an airlock, the whisper of oxygen cycling through fibers, the hum of solar panels storing light for a night that lasts 2 weeks. Tonight, you will step into this life. You will live a day as a colonist on the moon's first city. Not an astronaut on rotation, not a visitor on a tour, but a resident, one of the first of a new kind of humanity. Close your eyes and imagine. Earth hangs above you, enormous and glowing, suspended in a star-filled city. Its blues and greens are so alive, so beautiful that they hurt to look at. And yet, Earth is no longer where you live. It is no longer home. Home is here, on the moon, where your breath depends on machines, where your body learns to work under a new gravity, where your mind begins to ask questions it never asked before. What does it mean to be human? When home is not a planet, but a colony on rock and silence. That is the journey we are about to take. Chapter 1: Arrival at the Lunar Gateway. Your journey begins not on the moon, but in orbit around Earth. From the windows of the Lunar Gateway station, Earth is a marble beneath you, luminous and fragile. You've already left behind the blue atmosphere, the comforting pull of gravity, the noise of oceans and wind. Now, there is only silence, broken by the muted vibrations of the station. A voice crackles through your headset. Passenger shuttle to Armstrong Base boarding in 30 minutes. Final preparations underway. Your heart quickens. This is no longer training, no longer simulation. You are really going. The shuttle is compact, functional. Every surface gleams with efficiency. Straps and harnesses secure you in a seat barely wider than your shoulders. There are no windows, only screens relaying camera feeds. Outside, you glimpse the gateway shrinking away, a halo of solar panels glittering like wings. And then, ignition. The engines fire with a deep guttural roar that you feel in your chest more than you hear. You're pressed into your seat as the shuttle arcs away from Earth orbit and begins its 3-day journey to the moon. The cabin is dim. Passengers are silent. Each of you is caught between awe and dread, staring at the screens that show the growing sphere of the moon. Its surface a pale desert of craters and shadows. Approach day arrives. You're woken by the calm voice of the onboard AI. Prepare for descent sequence. Estimated landing, Armstrong Base, Mare Serenitatis. Through the cameras, the moon swells beneath you. A world without clouds, without oceans, without mercy. Its craters stretch for miles, sharp shadows carving geometry into endless dust. The shuttle rattles as retro thrusters ignite. You feel the stomach-lurching drop of descent, then the bone-rattling vibration as landing struts brace against the surface. Dust plumes rise, gray and ghostly, swirling in slow motion before falling back into silence. Touchdown confirmed, the AI announces. Your hands tremble. You are on the moon. The airlock hisses. The outer door opens to reveal a tunnel, a pressurized umbilical leading to the base. You walk carefully. Your boots are magnetized to the metal grating. The gravity feels strange, lighter, and as though your body is both weightless and heavy at once. The tunnel ends at a vast dome, the central hub of Armstrong Base. Light floods your eyes. Artificial daylight glows from panels across the ceiling, simulating the warmth of Earth's sun. Beneath it, people walk. Children laugh. Farmers tend rows of crops inside vertical gardens that line the walls. You hear water trickling from an indoor fountain, the sound amplified in the stillness. It is a city, not just a station, and it is alive. A guide greets you with a soft smile. Welcome to Armstrong Base, the first permanent lunar colony. Follow me, please. You walk through wide corridors lit by LEDs, their walls painted with murals of Earth landscapes, forests, beaches, mountains, reminders of the home you left behind. You pass schools where children sit cross-legged, learning about tides and orbits. You pass workshops where engineers assemble drones and repair solar panels. Everything smells faintly of metal and recycled air, but also of green. Plants exhaling oxygen, soil cultivated in hydroponic labs. Here, the guide explains, nothing is wasted. Water is recycled, air is scrubbed, food is grown within these walls. Every breath, every sip, every seed is accounted for. Fragility is our reality, and resilience our only choice. You're not realizing this place is not just survival, it is community. Later, when you are alone in your new quarters, you sit on the narrow bed and listen. There is no wind, no birdsong, no rain against the windows, only the hum of machines, the fans, the scrubbers, the pumps. You realize with sudden clarity, if those machines stopped, life would end within minutes. You are not just living on the moon, you are tethered to it by technology. And yet, outside your porthole, Earth rises above the lunar horizon, a glowing jewel in eternal light. For the first time, you see it not as a place you left, but as a reminder humanity is bigger than borders, than nations, than even planets. You are part of something new, the first citizens of another world. On Earth, dawn comes gently. The sky shifts from black to violet, from violet to gold. Shadows retreat, birds stir, and a new day arrives without announcement. On the moon, there is nothing gentle about dawn. Here, a single day lasts 29 Earth days, 2 weeks of relentless sunlight, followed by 2 weeks of unbroken night. Time does not follow in the rhythms your body once knew. Instead, it is carved into extremes. The colony bends this alien cycle into something human. Artificial clocks tick in 24-hour segments. Lights dim and brighten to trick your circadian rhythm. Speakers play faint birdsong in the mornings, as if memory itself were a medicine. And yet, you always feel the truth. Outside the dome, shadows are razor sharp. The horizon is knife thin, and when lunar dawn finally occurs, it is not a soft arrival, it is an invasion. You step into the observation dome just as the sun reaches the horizon. There is no atmosphere here to scatter light, no blue sky to soften the glare. The sun does not rise with color, it erupts. A blade of pure white fire slices across the crater rim. Shadows stretch for miles, black and unbroken, like ink spilled on gray paper. The regolith glitters faintly, each grain reflecting sunlight like shards of glass. Your eyes ache, even through the protective visor. Dawn on the moon is not beauty, it is violence. And with it comes danger. In darkness, the surface falls to minus 170 degrees Celsius. In daylight, it climbs past 120 degrees Celsius. No creature, no forest, no river could survive this. Only machines. The colony prepares for each shift like a heartbeat. During the 2-week night, vast solar batteries hoard power gathered during the day. Algae tanks glow faint green, providing oxygen while crops sleep under artificial lamps. Heat exchangers pump warmth into every corridor, fighting off the frozen silence. During the 2-week day, the colony shields itself against the opposite extreme. Coolant circulates like blood. Greenhouses bloom furiously under relentless solar power, racing to grow enough food before the night returns. You realize survival here is not steady. It is a pendulum swing between extremes. And the colony must dance in rhythm or perish. Inside the habitat, morning is declared not by sun, but by the colony clock. Soft golden lights floods the corridors, timed to mimic on-Earth sunrise. Speakers release faint recordings of waves. A synthetic breeze wafts through vents. These details are more than aesthetics, they are therapy. Without them, minds fray. You awake to the artificial dawn, stretch against the tug of 1/6 gravity, and clip your feet into magnetic loops on the floor so you don't drift as you dress. Breakfast is rationed but fresh. A bowl of hydroponic spinach, a protein patty cultured from yeast, and coffee brewed from beans grown in a greenhouse 2 domes away. The taste is faint, weaker than Earth's, but it is sacred. Coffee means continuity. Coffee means normal. After breakfast, you join the morning exercise ritual. In low gravity, muscles atrophy, bones thin. To fight it, colonies strap themselves into treadmills and lift weighted resistance bands that simulate Earth's pull. You run, though your steps feel strange, bounding strides that would send you soaring without the harness. Sweat beats differently here, clinging instead of falling. The sound of 30 treadmills thunders through the gym, not as a sign of health, but as a collective plea. Keep us strong, keep us grounded. When the session ends, everyone shares a moment of silence. Not prayer exactly, but gratitude for another day that the machines worked, the air flowed, the lights stayed on. Later, you step into the Earth View chamber. Here, the dome ceiling is transparent. Above you, Earth hangs enormous, luminous, impossibly alive. You see whole continents on space. Cities glitter faintly. Storms swirl across oceans. From here, borders vanish. Nations collapse into a single shimmering marble. You press your hand to the glass. Others do the same, standing in quiet reverence. Some weep. Some whisper names of loved ones far away. Every morning, the same bell fills. Not for utility, but for survival of the spirit. To see it is to remember why you're here. Not to escape it, but to extend it. And then you notice the sound, or rather the lack of it. On earth, dawn carries noise. Wind in trees, dogs barking, cars rumbling. Here, there's only silence. Step outside the dome in your suit, and even your breath sounds distant, swallowed by the void. The crunch of regolith underfoot is a whisper, and if you stand still, there is nothing. Absolute stillness. It is beautiful. It is terrifying. Some colonists crave it, others fear it, but all respect it. Because silence here is not emptiness, it is a reminder. You are fragile, you are temporary, and the moon does not care whether you survive. By mid-morning, the hub bustles. Children head to classrooms, engineers head to the mines and solar fields. Farmers tend crops in bioluminescent glow. Scientists prepare telescopes on the crater rim. The colony hums, not like a city on Earth, but like a single living organism. Every task is vital. Every person is needed. Even the smallest chore, checking oxygen levels, repairing panel, monitoring crops, feels heavy with meaning. Every breath is borrowed. Every drop is shared. It is not just a slogan, it is survival. Strange things happen to the mind here. Without a natural cycle of light and dark, dreams blur. Some colonists wake convinced they've lived entire lives elsewhere. Others feel the weight of time stretch thin, each day indistinguishable. Psychologists work tirelessly to create rituals, to anchor minds to rhythm. Morning songs are sung in classrooms. Families share meals in the common dome. Artists paint false horizons along corridors, filling the blank walls with imagined landscapes. Wheat fields, mountain ranges, rivers frozen mid-flow. It is not deception, it is survival of the spirit. You find yourself whispering the same thought as others. One more day. One more sunrise. One more chance to hold on. By colony law, every resident must step onto the surface at least once a week. Not for work, not for duty, just to remember. Today is your day. You suit up, pass through the airlock, and emerge into lunar dawn. The horizon stretches endless, curved with a gentle arc at the moon. The sky is black, stars sharp, earth looming above. Shadows carve the surface into geometry. Jagged craters, ridges, and plains glowing faintly. You take a step. The dusk kicks up and falls slowly, tracing delicate arcs before settling again. Your body feels lighter, freer, almost childlike. Every motion is careful, every breath is monitored. You pause, look up at Earth, and realize this is morning now, not the chirp of birds, not the warmth of sunlight through leaves, but the echo of your own heartbeat inside a helmet, standing on dust older than all of humanity. When you re-enter, the airlock seals behind you. The hiss of repressurization fills your ears. And then air rushes in, warmth, scent of soil, murmurs of voices. You had not realized how tense your body had become until relief floods you. This is the paradox of lunar dawn. Beauty outside, safety inside. You live between the two, always stepping from awe into fragility, from silence into community. And as the colony stirs fully awake, you understand. Here, every dawn is not just survival, it is defiance against silence, against distance, against the void. Home. On Earth, the word means walls, windows, a roof against rain, a place to return when the day ends. On the moon, home is more fragile, more deliberate. It is not protection from storms or thieves. It is protection from the universe itself. Your first true glimpse of the habitat comes when you leave the central hub and step into one of the residential domes. From the outside, these domes look like pearls scattered across the grey regolith, smooth, white, inflated shells of composite material layered with regolith shielding to block radiation. From the inside, though, they are luminous. Light panels curve across the ceiling, mimicking a false sky. The glow is soft, golden, almost earth-like. The air carries a faint scent of algae, mixed with the tang of recycled metal, but also something more human. Spices drifting from a communal kitchen, the sweet soiliness of indoor gardens, the faint musk of sweat after exercise. This is not sterile, it is alive. Your own quarters are small, little more than a capsule carved into the dome wall. A bed, a desk, a small screen, and a sliding door for privacy. Storage is minimal. Belongings are kept digital to save space. But in this smallness, something strange happens. The ordinary becomes sacred. A photograph taped to the wall feels monumental. A book printed on actual paper, rare and costly, feels like a treasure. Even a blanket stitched from recycled fibers feels like luxury. Some colonists decorate their pots with murals of earth landscapes. Others project holographic windows, views of cities, forests, oceans. A few prefer nothing, letting the bare walls remind them that this is a frontier, not a retreat. When you lie on your bed, the hum of the life support systems becomes a lullaby, a reminder. As long as it hums, you are safe. Outside your pod, the residential corridors are narrow, rounded like tunnels, their walls lined with plants growing in vertical hydroponic trays. Mint, basil, spinach, each leaf not only food but oxygen. Colonists pluck herbs as they walk, crushing them between fingers just to inhale the memory of earth. Children chase one another down these corridors, their laughter bouncing in low gravity. Adults exchange quiet greetings, nods of acknowledgement. Here, privacy is rare, but community is constant. You cannot disappear in a colony that small, and perhaps you realize that is both the burden and the gift. Meals are taken in communal kitchens that smell of yeast and spice. The menu is simple: hydroponic grains, protein grown from fungi and algae, and occasional delicacies imported from Earth. Coffee beans, cocoa powder, and dried fruits. These are rationed carefully, but when shared, they feel like feasts. Cooking is part of survival. Recipes are adapted for scarcity. Flatbreads made from algae flour, soups thickened with cultured starch. Colonists experiment, trading tips like alchemists. One swears by fermented kelp, another by mushroom broth. And yet, sometimes someone brings out a contraband chocolate bar saved from their last Earth shipment. When it is broken into squares and shared around the table, silence falls. The taste is overwhelming, almost unbearable. It is not just chocolate, it is a memory, luxury, earth itself melting on your tongue. Beyond the kitchens are the greenhouses, cathedrals of glass and light. Here rows of crops stretch beneath LEDs tuned to perfect wavelengths. Tomatoes glow red against deep green leaves. Wheat sways in artificial breezes. Algae tanks bubble softly, their emerald glow casting eerie shadows on the walls. Gardeners walk slowly, reverently as though tending relics. They whisper to plants, play recordings of birdsong, Some colonists spend 3 hours here just to breathe deeply, to sit among green life. In a world of dust and stone, these gardens are not just food factories, they are sanctuaries. Beneath the surface, another kind of home exists: the tunnels. Formed billions of years ago by rivers of molten rock, these lava tubes stretch for kilometers. Hollow caverns shielded by meters of stone. Here, colonists carve out depot shelters, labs, workshops, long-term storage, even sleeping quarters for those who prefer security over light. The air is cooler here, silence heavier. Shadows cling to the jagged walls, but there is safety too. No radiation, no micrometeorites, no fear of dome rupture. Some dream of whole underground cities carved into these tubes, self-contained and eternal. For now, they remain half-finished, part natural cavern, part human hive. Despite the safety of tunnels, humans crave horizons. So, the colony builds viewing chambers, big glass windows looking out on the lunar surface. You step into one late at night when most colonists are asleep. Outside, the surface glows faintly in Earthlight. Craters stretch like scars across the land. And there, rising in black sky, is Earth itself, luminous and distant. You press your forehead to the glass. You're safe inside, but one crack, one failure, and the void would claim everything. The thought should terrify you. Instead, it humbles you. This glass, this dome, this colony, it is also fragile, and yet, inside, life blooms. Perhaps the strangest sight in the residential dome is the children. They hop and bound effortlessly, the laughter echoing in gravity 6 times weaker than the earth. They draw earth not from memory but from lessons, coloring oceans they've never seen, trees they've never touched. For them, moon is not exile, it is home. They speak of going to Earth the way Earth children speak of visiting another country, curious but foreign. Already, a new identity is forming, not Earthborn, Moonborn. You wonder, what will their children call themselves? What culture will bloom in these domes, in these tunnels? What myths they will tell of their first days? When artificial night falls, the dome lights dim, silence spreads. Families retreat to pots. Screens glow faintly as colonists record journals, send messages to Earth, or simply stream old films to feel connected. You lie in your bed, listening to the hum of pumps. Through the porthole, you see Earth rise once more, hanging eternal. It feels like both a promise and a taunt, so close, so impossibly far. And as sleep takes you, one thought lingers. This is not just survival. This is the birth of a new kind of home. A home where walls are fragile and the will to endure is stronger than stone. You wake one morning with a thought so sharp it steals your breath. If the pumps stopped right now, would you die within minutes? The moon offers no mercy. There is no air to breathe, no rivers to drink, no soil that welcomes roots. Everything you need is created, filtered, recycled, protected. Every breath is borrowed, and yet you live. Air is everywhere in your pod, invisible and taken for granted. But here, it is not free. Oxygen comes from algae bioreactors, vast tanks where green organisms bloom under artificial light, exhaling what you inhale. Beside them, chemical scrubbers pull carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, storing it in pressurized tanks. In the greenhouses, plants exhale their share too. Lettuce, wheat, potatoes, all doubling as silent engineers. You visit the bioreactor hall, a cavernous chamber where cylindrical tanks glow emerald. Bubbles rise endlessly, a sound like boiling soup. Engineers in white overalls adjust dials, measure pH, check for contamination. It looks almost holy, rows of glowing columns casting green light on faces, shimmering like stained glass in a cathedral. Children are brought here on school trips. They press hands to the glass and giggle at the tiny bubbles. Teachers whisper, "This is why you live. Thank the algae." And in that moment, the children understand something that adults often forget. Survival is not abstract. It is photosynthesis, measured in liters and lumens. If oxygen is breath, water is blood. On the moon, water is mined from ice buried deep in polar craters. Dark valleys that never see sunlight. Drones harvest blocks of frozen water and ferry them back to the colony, where they are melted, purified, and rationed. But most of your water does not come from ice. It comes from you. Every drop you drink, every shower you take, every tear you cry is captured, filtered, purified, and returned. Urine is distilled, sweat is condensed. Even breath itself is harvested for humidity. A sign above every sink reads, "Drink with gratitude. This water has already lived 1,000 lives." Oxygen and water depend on power. Without solar panels, without batteries, without fusion experiments humming in underground labs, life would vanish. Colonists speak of power the way Earth once spoke of gods. Every kilowatt is sacred. Every spark, salvation. When batteries dip too low, lights dim. When solar storms threaten, systems are shut down to preserve reserves. And always at the edge of your mind, the thought whispers, If power fails, the air thins, the pumps quiet, breath becomes memory. This awareness does not crush you, it sharpens you. It teaches you what Earth never could. Fragility is not weakness. Fragility is the price of wonder. Sometimes the systems falter. You remember one night when alarms shrieked. Carbon dioxide levels spiked in Dome 3. Families stumbled from their pods, coughing, eyes watering. Engineers rushed with portable scrubbers, faces pale with urgency. It was fixed within minutes, but minutes were enough. Enough to remind everyone that life here is not given, but negotiated. Later, in the communal kitchen, someone whispered, "We live inside a throat. When it closes, we close too." No one laughed. Because survival is fragile, colonists build rituals around it. Each week, families gather in the central dome for the breath ceremony. Children carry jars from algae from the bioreactor hall, placing them on pedestals. Teachers read poems about wind and rain, elements these children have never felt. Then silence falls. Everyone takes a single deep breath together, holding it for 5 seconds, then releasing in unison. A collective reminder: we breathe because we choose to keep breathing together. The ceremony is simple, but to live here, it is everything. Behind these rituals stand the engineers, the quiet guardians. They work in shifts, monitoring pressure gauges, cleaning filters, replacing tubing. Their hands are always stained with grease, their eyes always red from sleepless nights. They carry the burden of every lung in the colony. You meet one in the greenhouse, tightening bolts on a filtration line. He wipes his brow and shrugs. People think it's the domes that keep us alive. It's not. It's us. One bad seal, one bad day, and... He doesn't finish the sentence. He doesn't need to. You realize these engineers are the unseen saints of the moon. Not warriors, not explorers, but caretakers of air itself. And yet, even with the air provided, something is missing. There is no wind here, no breeze brushing your cheek, no storm rattling windows. The air is dull, recycled, tamed. Some colonists dream of wind. Artists paint murals of fields where grass bends and invisible currents. Musicians compose songs with wind chimes they've never heard, imagining the sound of leaves rustling. You too close your eyes and remember the last breeze you felt on earth. It lingers on your skin like a ghost. And you wonder, will moon-born children who never knew wind dream of it? Or will they dream only of the hiss of pumps, the hum of scrubbers, the silence of sealed domes? One night you wake suddenly. The hum of the pumps is gone. Panic floods you. You sit up, gasping. your chest tightening until you realize it is not failure, it is maintenance. The system has shifted to backup. The air feels the same, but you understand now. Every breath is a gift, not a guarantee. On Earth, air is a right. Here it is earned, engineered, recycled, measured. And somehow, that makes each breath feel heavier, more precious. You stand in the greenhouse as dawn filters through the dome. Plants listen with condensation. Algae tanks bubble softly. You inhale. The air tastes faintly of mint and earth. And for a moment, you feel profound. This colony breathes not just because of machines, but because of you. Because of everyone who chose to live here, to tend the algae, to click the filters, to keep faith in the loop. The moon does not give breath, humanity makes here. And in doing so, humanity proves that even in the most airless of places, life can bloom. Life in the colony is not leisure. Every person works here. Not because of law or wages alone, but because survival itself is labor. Here, work is not optional. Work is air, water, power. And every task, whether sweeping dust from filters or aiming telescopes at distant galaxies, carries the weight of necessity. The colony keeps time with a soft chime. Each morning, the shift bell hums through corridors, vibrating walls and bones alike. Families kiss quickly, children wave, and adults disperse into corridors that branch like arteries. No one here has a long commute. Your workplace is only a few domes or tunnels away. But psychologically, the transition is sharp. From the intimacy of home pods to the vast machinery of survival. Today, you join a mining team. Tomorrow, you may assist in hydroponics. The colony rotates labor to keep skills broad, spirits fresh, and dependence spread evenly. No one can afford to specialize too narrowly, not yet. The moon is dust and stone, but hidden within its regolith lie treasures Earth craves. You descend into a lava tube where miners extract helium-3, a rare isotope that fuels fusion experiments. Alongside it come trace metals, titanium, aluminum, rare earth elements. Each particle shifted, melted, refined, packed into crates destined for orbit. Mining here is not pickaxes and lanterns. It is precision robotics. You guide drones through tunnels, the mechanical claws scraping, their sensors glowing. The air smells faintly metallic, the walls jagged and ancient. But danger lurks. A single breach in a suit, a collapsed tunnel, a power outage, and the moon will remind you that it does not forgive. As you work, you whisper the miner's phrase. Dust is life, dust is death. Lunar dust is unlike Earth's. Each grain a sharp, jagged, unweathered by rain and wind. It clings to everything, suits, machines, lungs. Left unchecked, it scratches glass, valves, air filters, wears down seals. Part of your shift is simply cleaning, vacuuming dust from corridors, brushing it from joints, feeding clogged filters into recycling units. It feels mundane, but without this, the colony would choke. There is a strange intimacy in the act. Dust beneath fingernails, dust in hair, dust coating your tongue when helmets are lifted too quickly. The moon enters you whether you like it or not. While miners carve downward, builders push outward. Teams of engineers extend domes, weld corridors, inflate habitats. They work in suits, tethered to scaffolds, their movements slow but purposeful. Today, a new dome is being raised, its skeleton arcs like the ribs of a beast, glowing under work lights. You help ferry supplies, lightweight beams, polymer sheeting, radiation shielding made from regolith bricks, sintered by microwaves. It feels monumental, even if you only bolt one piece into place. Every dome raised means more space, more breadth, more life. Builders have a saying too. We're not building walls, we are building tomorrows. Not all work is about survival, some is about wonder. On the rim of a vast crater, scientists operate telescopes unlike any on Earth. Without atmosphere, the stars are sharp, galaxies crisp, the universe unblurred. You spend a day with them, gazing through instruments that stretch across kilometers. You see Saturn's rings in impossible detail. You witness light from galaxies that died way before Earth was born. The scientists speak softly, reverently, as if in a temple. We came here for survival, one tells you, but we stay for meaning. You realize their work too is survival, not of bodies, but of spirit. Another day, you tend hydroponic grows. Under violet LEDs, lettuce grows in nutrient baths, roots dangling in air. Mushrooms bloom in damp trays. Algae tanks churn, bubbling softly. Your task is delicate, trimming, measuring, recording growth. You feel like both scientist and priest, caring for these plants that sustain every lung, every stomach. The farmers are proud. Though their work lacks glamour, they call themselves gardeners of the void. Without them, no miner, no scientist, no builder could live. You learn their mantra: green is gold. In a small classroom, children sit cross-legged, learning math and history. The voices echo in low gravity, laughter ringing like bells. Teachers are revered here, not just as educators, but as guardians of identity. They remind moonborn children of Earth, of oceans and forests, of cultures they've never seen but must remember. They also nurture something new, a sense of belonging to the moon itself. You're not just children of the earth. One teacher says, you are the first generation of another world. In their notebooks, children doodle rockets, domes, stars. Already they are dreaming bigger than survival. Not all work is dramatic. Someone sweeps corridors, someone repairs door seals, someone monitors oxygen gauges, locks figures, replaces light bulbs. On Earth, such tasks are invisible. Here, they are lifelines. You spend an afternoon with a janitor, wiping algae residue from greenhouse glass. He smiles at your surprise. Out there, he says, nodding toward Earth. Cleaning is a chore. Here, it's survival. You keep the glass clear and you keep the plants alive. You keep the plants alive and you keep us alive. You never look at a mop the same way again. When you lie in bed at night, you realize the moon does not need your work. The craters will remain. The dust will outlast you. The silence will swallow sound. But you need the work, not only to survive, but to stay sane, to give shape to endless days, to believe you're building something larger than yourself. On Earth, work is often about ambition, wealth, recognition. Here, work is life itself. And in that simplicity, there is a kind of peace. On Earth, society is vast. Millions of strangers brush past you in cities. Billions live lives you'll never know. Here on Moon, society is intimate. A colony of a few thousand souls or fewer. Every face becomes familiar. Every relationship unavoidable. You live not amongst strangers, but among mirrors. Corridors are narrow, domes are small. Privacy is measured not in space, but in silence. You cannot vanish into a crowd. You cannot avoid a neighbor. The engineer who repairs your air filters is also the one who stands behind you in the mail line. The one whose child plays with yours. The one whose argument echoes through the walls of your pod at night. Every bone here is magnified, every grudge heavier, every kindness unforgettable. Out of necessity, colonists form circles, tight groups bound by loyalty. Miners dine together, gardeners share recipes, teachers trade stories, scientists gather in the Earth-View Dome, whispering of galaxies. These circles overlap, but the bonds inside are fierce. Trust is currency here. A person you can rely on in crisis is worth more than gold. And betrayal, gossip, dishonesty, negligence can mark someone for years. There is nowhere to hide reputation. In time, you learn the unspoken rule. Choose your circle wisely. It will define you. There is no aristocracy of wealth here. No celebrities, no great fortunes. Yet, hierarchy still exists. Engineers who keep air flowing are revered. Doctors are second only to gods. Farmers command respect, for without them, hunger looms. Even janitors who scrub dust from filters are recognized as essential. And then there are those whose work is less vital: artists, storytellers, poets. At first, they were dismissed as luxuries. But over time, something shifted. The colony discovered that survival is more than breath. Stories, songs, paintings, they stitch spirits together when metal walls threaten to cage the mind. A muralist once said, "We don't paint for beauty. We paint so the walls don't close in." Now artists too are honored, not with reverence, but with gratitude. On earth, loneliness is a quiet ache. In a crowded city, you can vanish into strangers. In a small town, you can retreat into solitude. Here on the moon, loneliness is louder. It echoes against metal walls. It weighs in silence. It scratches inside the chest. You cannot hide from others, yet you cannot escape yourself. And so, intimacy becomes both more dangerous and more necessary than ever. Every colonist carries a ghost, a mother left on earth, a lover, a child, a city, a smell, a river. Messages arrive, but never instantly. A delay of seconds or minutes stretches like an eternity. Sometimes a video from Earth shows a family gathering, a sunset, a pet running in grass. You watch it again and again, knowing you cannot touch what you see. Longing becomes a constant companion. The earth hangs in the sky like a jewel you cannot reach, glowing with oceans you will never swim in again. Some colonists whisper Earth's name before sleep, as if prayer could close the distance. Loneliness here is more than sadness. It is danger. Minds unravel when isolation deepens. A person who withdraws too far may forget their duties, neglect their work, jeopardize the fragile rhythm of survival. Psychologists walk the corridors, soft-spoken, checking in. They listen for subtle signs: a voice too flat, a gaze too distant, laughter that never comes. They know the stakes. One mind lost to despair can ripple into disaster. And so, community does not allow disappearance. Friends knock on doors, neighbors check in. A missed meal, an empty pot, it is noticed, always. Here, intimacy is not optional. It is medicine. Romance blooms here, though differently than on Earth. On Earth, love can be casual, playful, fleeting. Here, every bond carries the weight of survival. To love someone is to share oxygen, to share food, to share the risk of death in a fragile dome. Couples walk hand in hand through greenhouses, whispering not of holidays but of oxygen levels, crop yields, expansion plans. Intimacy becomes practical, woven into duty. And yet there is tenderness too. A stolen kiss and low gravity. Bodies drifting together slowly like dancers in water. A touch of hands across a table. A promise spoken in whispers when alarms fall silent. Love here is not loud, it is quiet resilience. Some colonists arrive as couples, bringing children. Others form families here, choosing to raise moon-born children despite risks. The colony debates fiercely about childbirth. Gravity, radiation, nutrition, all uncertain. Doctors monitor pregnancies with reverence and fear. Every healthy birth feels like a triumph, a declaration that life can root even in dust. Children grow fast, bounding in low gravity, laughing at rules adults still stumble with. They know no longing for Earth. Their first words are spoken under artificial skies. Their first steps on regolith floors. They are the first true citizens of another world. Parents look at them with awe and terror, because in their laughter lies both future and the question of whether that future will endure. In a small society, intimacy can fracture too. Jealousy ignites faster when there are no crowds to disappear into. Affairs ripple through domes like shockwaves, whispered in corridors, argued in kitchens. Forgiveness is hard, but survival demands it. There is no exile here, no somewhere else to go. So wounds must heal, even if scars remain. It is strange. The moon makes love more fragile, yet more durable. Fragile because mistakes echo louder. Durable because forgiveness is not optional. It is necessary. One of the cruelest losses here is touch. On Earth, you brushed past strangers daily, on buses, in markets, on sidewalks. Here, every touch is deliberate. Space is tight, but boundaries are sharper. To place a hand on someone's shoulder is no small thing. A hug is an event, a kiss, monumental. Even a handshake carries weight. You realize how starved the body becomes for casual contact. Some colonists volunteer to work in greenhouses, simply to press fingers into soil, to feel texture, to let touch remind them they are human. At night, when lights dim and corridors fall silent, intimacy deepens. Lovers whisper secrets in pods, barely big enough for two. Friends share blankets in common rooms, laughing softly at old jokes. Elders tell stories of Earth to children who listen wide-eyed, absorbing myths of oceans and mountains they have never seen. These nighttime confessions carry more weight than comfort. They are memory itself, preserved in whispers. passed like flame from one generation to the next. And yet, despite intimacy, Earth never loosens its grip. Couples argue about whether to return. Families debate if children should grow up knowing oceans. Lovers fight over whether duty to the colony outweighs the call of home. Some plan to stay forever. Others count days till their contract ends. The colony survives on both kinds. The dreamers who build tomorrow, and the homesick who remind everyone what was left behind. You lie awake in your pod, listening to the heartbeat hum of the pumps. Beside you, someone breathes softly, a reminder that you are not alone. Loneliness is never far, but neither is intimacy. The moon magnifies both, making solitude heavier and connection brighter. And in this strange balance, you realize something. Love here is not distraction, it is defiance. Against silence, against distance, against the void. On Earth, economics is measured in trillions. Markets, banks, skyscrapers full of numbers. On the moon, economics is measured in breaths, in liters of water, in kilowatts of power. Here, value is not abstract, it is survival. Every colonist knows the rules. Nothing is wasted. Food scraps feed compost. Sweat is reclaimed as water. Even exhaled breath is captured, scrubbed, recycled. Scarcity shapes behavior. Lights are dimmed. Showers are timed. Meals are shared. Wastefulness is not rudeness, it is betrayal. And yet, scarcity also creates creativity. Colonists learn to stretch, to repair, to repurpose. A broken panel becomes a table. A worn suit becomes insulation. A tiny space packet traded from Earth becomes treasure. Officially, the colony uses Earth credits. Salaries are deposited into accounts accessible through digital terminals. But in daily life, Earth credit means little. You cannot eat numbers, you cannot breathe them. Instead, new currencies emerge. Some trade in favors, a repaired air filter for a baked loaf of algae bread. Others trade in luxuries, coffee beans, chocolate, a child's toy from Earth. A few trade in time, shifts swapped, hours of work exchanged. But the most powerful currency is trust. To be known as reliable, as generous, as capable, that is wealth. When crisis comes, those with trust find help. Those without find themselves alone. Still, Earth remains the lifeline. Ships arrive monthly, carrying goods that cannot yet be made here. Antibiotics, spare parts, electronics, seats, luxuries. When a shipment arrives, colony gathers at the docks. Craters are unloaded like offerings. Children squeal at candy. Adults weep at letters and books. Engineers rush to claim vital tools. But shipping is costly, and every kilogram is measured. Earth does not send charity, it sends trade. In return, the moon exports what Earth craves: helium-3 mined from regolith, feeds fusion reactors, rare metals flow to factories. Lunar dust, once scarce, becomes asset, transformed into radiation shielding, glass, ceramics. These exports fund the colony's lifeline. Without them, Earth would cut ties. The relationship is not love, it is commerce. And yet, the colonists know their survival depends not only on Earth's generosity, but on Earth's hunger. Every night you look up, and there it is, Earth, a marble of blue and green, glowing against blackness. Oceans swirl, storms spin, continents stretch vast and unknowable. It is beautiful. It is terrible. It is home. Yet, not yours anymore. On Earth, you looked at the moon and felt wonder. Now, you look at Earth and feel something deeper, stranger. On the moon, Earth does not rise or set. It hangs in the same place, always turning slowly on its axis. You can watch the whole days pass across its surface, storms forming, clouds drifting, night creeping over continents. You see cities flare with light as darkness falls. You see the auroras, green curtains at the poles. You see the thin line of atmosphere, a glowing halo, fragile as glass. And you think all of humanity is there, balanced on that thin skin. From here, Earth looks small, but in your heart, it has never felt bigger. Some colonists cry when they look at Earth. They whisper the names of rivers, streets, loved ones. They ache with longing so sharp it feels like hunger. Others refuse to look at all. They avert their eyes, shut blinds, avoid the earth view dome. For them, Earth is not comfort, it is torment, a reminder of what they cannot touch. You find yourself between the two. Sometimes, Earth feels like a parent watching over you. Other times, it feels like a ghost haunting your every breath. Earth-born colonists carry homesickness like a scar, but the moon-born do not. For them, Earth is not home, it is simply the other world. They look at Earth with curiosity, not longing. Is it really that noisy? They ask. Do rivers really move? Does the sky really change color? Already, you see identity shifting. Earthborn and moonborn speak differently, dream differently. Earthborn tell stories of beaches and forests. Moonborn tell stories of craters and domes. What happens when more generations grow? Will Earth become legend? Will home mean dust and silence instead of waves and wind? Distance changes perception. On Earth, nations fight, cities squabble, borders cut the land. From here, those borders vanish. From here, Earth is one place, whole, fragile, indivisible. The colony council often meets under Earth's gaze. Remember, one leader says, pointing upward, we're not from countries anymore. We are from there, all of it. Some laugh, some scoff, yet the truth seeps in. From the moon, you cannot cling to nations. You can only cling to humanity. Looking up, you also see Earth's fragility. The atmosphere is a ribbon of light, thin as breath. You watch storms rage, floods spread, wildfires bloom as orange scars. You realize Earth is not eternal. It is delicate, vulnerable, just as the colony is. For the first time, you feel pity for Earth. You know what it means to live inside a fragile system of balance, where air and water must be protected at all costs. You know what it means to depend on life support. Earth, too, is a life support system. And now, from the moon, you see it clearly. From this distance, humanity creates new myths. Children point at Earth and say, that is the mother who sent us away. Adults say, that is the jewel we must protect. Poets whisper, that is not a planet. That is memory. One story spreads among moonborn children. Earth is a lantern, lit so they never lose their way. They say when they die, their spirits will rise and fly there, glowing in the black. Perhaps myths are simply truths, spoken in another language. Sometimes you stand outside in a suit, Earth above, stars sharp around you. The silence is absolute, vast enough to swallow thought. And yet, the sight of Earth grounds you. You feel both small and infinite. You are one person among billions, yet you are also one of the first humans to see Earth this way, to live apart from it, to belong to another world. Perspective here is not abstract. It is physical, visible, undeniable. As you look at Earth, a question gnaws at you. Where do you belong? You were born there, but you live here. You breathe algae air, drink recycled water, eat hydroponic bread. You dream under artificial skies. Are you an earthling or something else? Perhaps both? Perhaps neither. Perhaps you're the bridge between. One night, you stand in the Earthview Dome with others. No one speaks. You all just watch. Earth spins slowly, clouds drifting across its face. In that silence, you understand. To look at Earth from the moon is to see yourself differently. To see humanity not as borders or nations, but as a single fragile miracle, suspended in blackness. And you realize, maybe that is the true gift of the moon. Not just survival, not just expansion, but perspective. One day, centuries from now, a child may stand on a far-off planet, looking at a new sky, breathing air never meant for human lungs. And when they ask, "How did we get here?" the answer will begin with you. With this colony, with these domes of steel and glass, with algae tanks and dust-filled lungs, with fragile beginnings carved into the silence of the moon. Human history has many firsts. The first fire, the first wheel, the first ship that crossed oceans, the first flight into sky. Now this colony is another first. The first place where humanity dared to live beyond Earth. Not as visitors, but as residents. Not as explorers, but as citizens. And like every first, it is fragile, clumsy, imperfect. But it is also monumental. Every laugh in the domes, every argument in the kitchen, every mural painted on black walls, these will be remembered, even if only in whispers. The first child born here, the first love story whispered in low gravity, the first dome that cracked and was patched by trembling hands. Future generations will read these moments as legends, but for you, they are daily life. This colony is not an endpoint, it is a seed. From here, ships will launch to Mars, to asteroids, to worlds you cannot yet imagine. From here, technologies will be tested, cultures will be forged, myths will be born. Every algae tank, every greenhouse, every corridor painted with forests is practice for a greater journey. The moon is not just home, it is rehearsal. Living here teaches us a truth Earth often forgets. Life is fragile. You know it in every breath measured, every watt rationed, every drop of water reclaimed. You know it when alarms scream, when walls tremble, when silence presses too close. Fragility is not weakness. Fragility is reality. And to live here is to embrace it, to say, yes, we are breakable, but we endure anyway. Perhaps that is humanity's greatest strength. Not invincibility, but persistence. Tonight, you stand in the Earthview Dome. Children laugh, couples walk. Farmers smell of soil. Engineers' hands are stained with grease. Earth glows above. The pumps hum. The colony breathes. It is not grand, it is not glamorous, but it is triumph. Quiet triumph, daily triumph. The kind of triumph that builds civilizations. And so, as you look at it, you wonder, what comes next? Will the colony grow into a city of tens and thousands? Will moon-born children build temples and craters, paint constellations inside lava tubes, write hymns to silence and dust? Or will the colony vanish, remembered only as a brave attempt, a fragile spark snuffed out by the void? No one knows, but perhaps that uncertainty is part of the meaning. To live here is to risk, to hope, to try. You close your eyes. You breathe the recycled air, taste of mint and metal. You feel the hum of pumps, the vibration of life against vacuum, and you know you are part of something larger than yourself. You are not just a colonist. You are a page in humanity's story, a stepping stone in a journey that stretches to stars. The moon does not care whether you live or die, but history will. And long after you're gone, long after these domes have cracked or expanded, long after Earth itself has changed, your legacy will remain. The legacy of the first colony, the legacy of fragile survival turned into meaning, the legacy of humanity daring to call the moon home.